All right. Coming down in 3, 2.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care if you personally kick Candace Owens and her stinky
cray-cray.
No good thing starts with, I was thinking about my ex.
He ain't learned his lesson. That's a brother ain't gonna learn shit.
I know this is gonna be unpopular and I don't care.
Let's keep this shit funky.
What's happening? What's cracking? What's unpopping, good people? Happy 2023. Welcome to the Unpopin Show, home of unpopular opinions. I am the one they call T-Storm and joined by, as always, my brother, DJ Mike Swift.
What's happening? What's craculating? Pay the cost of admission as you come through the door. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, select all so you're alerted when we drop new shows. Leave a like if you enjoy the video, and if you feel so inclined, please leave a comment.
Yes, y'all. For those who are watching can see, I still have on my 2023 glasses.
You look like a black ass Elton John right now.
Yeah, it's like beer goggles, like, real life beer goggles. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna take these damn things off because I can't see, and I actually wear glasses now, and I don't think that's helping any. Any case, again, Happy New Year. For those who, this is our first show in the new year, actual first new show recorded in the new year. Big shout out to everybody that had been chiming in on our end of year shows. And we had some new subscribers as well. Take a moment to shout those people out. And it goes a little something like this. And just in, Rock So Grand Media also subscribe. What's happening? Thank you for subscribing. It's Madison, subscribed. I had to say it like that. Thank you. And what's the other new names? Payne, somebody named Payne has subscribed. Ernest Canady, forgive me if I'm butchering your name. Remy Chu, Pro Driver, it's like a bunch of letters and names and letters and numbers and shit. So there's that. And Dom Flea, going back. Thank you all for joining the Unpoppin community, and shout out to my cousin Selena, who made a comment on our discussion about marijuana as it pertains to the church.
Jamal Bryant nonsense.
Discussion. Yeah, she made some valid points on there, and I'm still waiting and seeing.
Hey, and listen, and shout out to her because I think that's the first time in all the comments someone actually said they agree with me. So that literally never happens.
Right. Congratulations, Mike. Congrats. A lot of things happened. Before we get started, I just want to extend a condolences to the friends and family, close friends and family, and as well as the fans of Gangsta Boo who passed away on New Year's Day. We found out about it on New Year's Day. That really sucks. We had the opportunity to have Gangsta Boo on the show earlier in 2022, along with her husband. I can't remember his name.
Emmett,
yes. So my condolences to Emmett and the rest of her family on that loss. That's really heartbreaking to at any time it's heartbreaking, but she's not like she was an old lady, you know what I'm saying, to pass away like that. So condolences to her. She was a fun spirit. We enjoyed her on the show. And if you watch that episode, I remain what I said. I am a fan. I was a fan from back when I first discovered the whole 3-6 Mafia after hearing it. I tell the story about when the first time I heard Tear the Club Up in this spot called The Gate out when I lived in Atlanta. And she remembered The Gate. She was like, she was a teenager back then. So again, my condolences, and I hope there's some comfort for that family as they go through this grieving time.
Yeah, I remember I think I was editing or something, and somebody posted it on Twitter. Chuck D. had posted condolences on Twitter. So I started looking to see if, if any media outlet had, any information, and there was no information.
Yeah.
And then you sent me the story and I looked it up, and, definitely sad that she left, but my heart broke for Emmett, man, because when you look at back at that interview, and a lot of people have been pulling up the interview, I really struggled with whether or not I wanted to repost it or not. So I didn't. It seems like, people are just kind of finding it on their own, and I'll put a link in the description of this one so you can go back and see it. But you could tell they were promoting marriage boot camp, but you could tell that they loved each other, man. So it was, my heart broke for that dude. It take people a lot of time to find they one, man, and then you find them and they pass suddenly. Has anything come out about the cause? What happened? Or?
No, nothing confirmed as of nothing as of this day. I didn't see anything confirmed about how she passed or what was the cause of it. So just speculation and rumors, and I won't go down that.
I saw some of that, and I'm like, nope, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
But onto a lighter note. Big shout out to our good friend Alani, aka Lala. I saw her up on TMZ being quizzed about any dating prospects. I'll just play the audio.
I heard you on a podcast saying that only 22-year-old guys want to date you.
I retract my statement.
Oh, really?
It's in the top of the year, and I don't feel like any guys want to date me.
Oh, really? Who are you after? What sort of age bracket do you want to date?
Age ain't not but a number.
But how do you get like someone like would you like a 40-year-old or would you prefer a 22-year-old?
I prefer whoever is for me. Whoever God says is for me, I'm good with it.
Is it hard to carry a conversation with a young dude though? Like you connect with them differently?
Everybody's different. 22 is a little too young.
22 is too young?
A little bit too young.
Hey, what about 34?
We could do that.
Hey!
My man went for 3 at the buzzer.
Right. As she rolled up the window in the snow. It was snowing wherever they was at. She rolled up. Hey, what about 34? It's me. I'm here.
I'm out here in the cold. I'm getting these interviews, baby. I'm hustling. Let's do it. She's like, yeah, your wallet ain't big enough, partner.
Yeah, right. Do we dare step into the shoes of matchmaker for our dear friend Lala?
Ooh. Here's the thing. I would love to do it. Yeah. However, I would have to spend at least 2 to 3 hours just talking to her, because I haven't talked to Lala, God, in forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, she was a kid last time I talked to her, so she's grown up a lot, and she's changed and seen the world very differently and learned some things, and so I would have to figure out who she is now and where she is now, to kind of discover why she's not getting the attention from the people she wants the attention from, before I started matchmaking. But and for the record, I am not a matchmaker at all. But I enjoy doing that. I do it all the time at the bar. There are a handful of women, and we've gone through the exercise. One of them very well, actually. But we went through our girl. We're gonna get her on the show because she's freaking hilarious.
Let's bring her on.
I just keep, we keep missing each other. She has a very demanding career, but
we will have shots ready. We get to our own version of Drink Champs with her on here. Just sit down. In fact, we talked about maybe doing the show
social
at
media,
the bar.
you need to make video content, but video content takes a long time to make. Try Veeve to speed up your video content creation workflow. You can begin creating from templates or create your own. You can add animated elements, subtitles, text, images, stock footage, stock audio,
pre-roll video rolling, and it shouldn't be rolling. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's probably me.
11 News at
No,
5.
it's me. It's me. Okay. I'll just close the window out because they autoplay those things. But
gotcha. I would say we discussed maybe doing the show from the bar. That might be cool to do. Have drinks and sit around and have random people walk up, sit down, and join us on the show.
I'm sure that my bar would allow us to do that. However, I don't know if I want people to know where I hang out.
Well, we don't have to put the location on it. It's just, we just tuck in a corner where you don't see the name of it, and and roll.
All right, I'm down.
Or we could just pick a random bar and go sit down and invite people over there. I mean, either way.
I'm down. I'll do it. I mean, it's ambient noise and all that, difficult to control, but let's do it. Let's do it. I'm in. I'm in. But to what I was saying, we sat down and had a very long discussion about why she wasn't getting the type of guy she wanted and what type of guy she wanted. And I told her, I said, okay, you write a list of what you're looking for in a guy, and I'll write a list of what I was looking for when I found my girl.
Okay.
It took me 15 seconds. I wrote my list, 15 seconds. It took her like 30 minutes.
Well, you know why that is. Women are a lot more complicated, a lot more, there's a lot more women,
Yes.
Guys, we're simple. We're very simple.
I tease her and say, you needed the front and back side of that piece of paper.
Right.
Which is not true. It's a joke. It was a lot of things on the list, and we went through the list and whittled it down. And then she talked about it to another person, and I went through the process with another person. So I enjoyed doing it. I ain't asking nobody for no money for it.
You know what?
But it's fun to do.
I think we found our next assignment. Maybe we could test it out on some people, but to do a matchmaker segment where we get people on here to talk about women in particular.
Okay.
And interview women. And then, there's a lot of legal into introducing people. Be liable for introducing you to a psycho. But just for shits and giggles,
I'll do it. I mean,
some sort of matchmaker, and make suggestions of what type of people. Like so for Lala, I was thinking, and not that I know the brother at all, but I was thinking Michael B. Jordan.
You think so?
I don't know, but on face value,
I mean, I could see that. I mean, I think they would make a very smart looking couple. How's that?
Yes.
He in them streets right now, though. Like,
he's recovering from Harvey, so maybe not. What's her name? Was Lori Harvey?
Lori, yeah.
He's recovering from Lori.
He got Harvey hangover. He had
Harvey heartbreak. So maybe not. Okay, so maybe not Mr. Michael B. Jordan. How about Denzel Washington's son?
I didn't know he had a son.
He does. He's doing very well.
Okay.
In acting. Why I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Hold on.
Which means he ain't doing that well.
No, he's doing very well.
I'm joking.
You've seen him in some movies that you probably didn't know it was him.
What about
John David Washington is his name.
John David Washington. Let's look this brother up.
John. Yeah, maybe that brother. And they're about close in age.
Oh wow, he doesn't look anything like his father. I have seen him in a bunch of stuff actually.
See, I think he looks a little more like his mother.
Like he looks nothing like Denzel. Hold on, let me.
But he kind of sounds like him a little bit too, though. He does kind of sound like him. So Lala, maybe we can put that together. That might be a good cat. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of kick it away, hang out with. Again, not that we know who he is really, but just on face value, a smart looking couple.
Makes me sound like I'm 87 years old. A smart looking couple.
That's a smart looking couple. I think that's what white folks used to say about us if you wore glasses. Hey, it's a smart looking couple.
Oh, I had a horrible joke locked and loaded.
It was the alley-oop, man. It was the alley-oop. I knew it was coming.
Oh God, it was terrible.
Mine was a slavery joke. So that's where I was heading towards it. I won't do it now. Any case, enough of matchmaking. Anyway, good luck, Lala.
Yeah, good luck. Speaking of dating, I sent you a video clip an Instagram of our good friend Brittany Renner.
I saw that.
Did you watch said clip?
I did, and it didn't sound like the Brittany Renner I've come to accept.
Correct. So I'm gonna roll it so everybody knows what we're talking about.
I can play the audio from my end if you need me to.
Oh, actually, that'd be perfect.
Okay. So, here she is, and she looks good too.
Hi. As a former loud and proud man hater, here are 5 things that have changed the game for me. Number 1, I realized I didn't hate men. I hated the way I allowed myself to be mistreated by men. Big difference, right? You are not a victim. You are a participant. And when you point the finger, you miss out on the opportunity to grow. Number 2, I stopped saying I didn't need a man. Because if I want a relationship with a man, then I need one, right? Okay, that's that on that.
Okay.
3, you can't be that serious about getting picked if you're not in the gym at least 3 times a week.
Wow. That's going to make some people
you
mad.
didn't take it for yourself, so how would you expect someone to take care of you? Number 4, I stopped entertaining stragglers. And stragglers are guys you meet along the way that you know you're not really ever going to take seriously, but you use them for your own personal entertainment. Number 1, that's wrong. Number 2, you're sending a mixed message. Stay committed to what you want. Most importantly, number 5, accountability. Ooh. I analyzed the behavior and what parts of me resonated with these men I deemed problematic. I'm here to tell you that the call is coming from inside the house. It's time to pick up. As a former loud and proud.
Okay.
So
I have to give her some props on that. I was not expecting those sounds be coming from those lips. Pun intended. I was not expecting that at all. She sounds mature. Now, I never thought she was dumb.
No, she's not a dumb lady.
Not at all. But just some of her choices and things that how she was moving made her look pretty surfacey, on these internets. But bravo for her. It sounds like she got some counseling, and paid attention to something, or maybe this was in her all along, or she is seeing a pastor, and we will hear about it later.
So I can tell you exactly what happened. She went on a show with now very popular YouTuber, Just Pearly Things, Pearl Davis.
Okay.
Pearl is a semi-pro volleyball player. She lives out in the UK. She got into YouTube and TikTok some years ago. I think it's been a couple of years ago. She was doing like rap music reaction videos and different stuff like that. She found out about the red pill, started watching Kevin Samuels and Rollo Tomasi and some other folks who are big in that space. And her head exploded. She was like, oh my God, I never saw this coming, right? Like I never knew anything about it. But so now she has gone from, I want to say she was in like 20, 30K subs on YouTube to, I think she's at the time of this recording, she might be over 1 million. Wow. She blew up in a short amount of time talking about red pill stuff and men's issues and that type of thing. So she did an episode where she had Brittany on and she had the infamous Andrew Tate on. This happened probably about a week or 2 ago.
Andrew Tate, I keep hearing about this dude. I don't really know who he is. We've talked about him before.
Yeah, we talked about him a little bit before.
He just got arrested not too long ago.
He did get arrested in Romania for alleged human. I think you could say human trafficking on YouTube. Yeah, so we'll just say human trafficking, and him and his brother and some other people. And so, yeah, he's in a bit of hot water, and a video clip just came out where Vice is going to do a video with a woman who worked for him for a while, who accused him of all kinds of stuff, which is crazy. So yeah, his life is going to get way harder before it gets any easier anytime soon. But they all sat down and they did an episode of the show together, and he was really just kind of spitting facts. He was just like, this is this, and this is this, and this and this. Mm-hmm. And the look on her face, I invite everybody to go watch it. I'll put a link in the description.
Who was spitting facts?
Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Brittany was quiet. She was quiet. She was just kind of looking, and not looking as I can't believe you're saying this, but looking as in, like the RCA dog, you know? Yeah. After that, she did another sit down with Pearl on their own. It was her, Pearl, and a couple of other girls, and she was, visibly, her mind had changed on a lot of stuff. Like that was the moment, right? When someone can point to the moment in their life where things changed. That was the moment that things changed for her. And then she came out with the video that we just saw, which kudos to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
All very good things, all very astute. The only one that I'll say to is the gym one.
No, I think there's something to that, because even as men, we have to take care of ourselves, right? To be able to take care of somebody else. So, and if that includes being physically fit as well, why wouldn't that apply to women?
I'm not saying that it doesn't, and I'm not saying that there's no validity to what she's saying. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the number is very specific.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with her on anything, by the way.
And our roles have reversed, because usually I'm the one that's.
Can't believe I'm actually agreeing with her on that, but I see it.
My only qualm with it is I think it's very specific. That's all. I think it's very specific. The motivation that she spouts for it might be a little skewed. But in terms of not wanting to, making sure that you're not a burden, especially as men, that we're not a burden on our family physically, or, as far as our health is concerned, making sure we take care of our health first, No, no arguments. Look, I'm very happy to see this. If you've watched the show or any episode where you heard me talk about her, she actually makes me very sad for her, because it's obvious that there's so much pain there. It's obvious that there's so much brokenness there. And no matter, the louder she gets to say, I don't need a man, and this is, y'all get on my level and I'm winning. And the more she does that, the more in pain she looks to me. This looks like that pain and brokenness is still there. I think she has had an epiphany, but what I'm taking a very long way of getting to is this is change. This is not transformation. Yeah. You can change and change back. You change your clothes every day. But once you are transformed into something else, that's pretty much what you're going to be. Unless there's some precipitating event that makes you transform again, right? But I think it's a good first step. I wouldn't say she's completely healed, go out and make a baby with her, but it's a great first step.
Well, you can practice.
You can.
It's practice mode. She may or may not be down with that. But in any case, it's cool to see. That's a good first steps for her, and good for her. Good for her. She still has that maniacal laugh happening, though.
She does. She's scary.
Makes you a little concerned. You hear a sister laugh like that, you kind of want to look and go, what else is behind that laugh? There's something there.
She does that laugh, and every time she comes home, you pat her down and wander.
Right. You sleep with motion detectors focused around you to make sure nothing gets you in your sleep. But yeah, no, good for her. Good. Okay, lady.
I was happy to see
All right,
that.
lady. Yeah, that's what's up. We love to see it. Yeah.
It's a good way to start 2023, for sure. Listen, if she can become accountable in 2023, anything can happen. Anything is possible.
I'm not going to say it. There's so much. There's so much there to that. I won't do it. Not today. TMZ has a documentary about to drop, or it's already available on Hulu. It's about one Lamar Odom. In fact, it's called TMZ Presents Lamar Odom, Sex, Drugs, and Kardashians. Take a listen. No, okay. See when that happens? See what happens? You got me. My computer got me. He was like, nope, you pressed the wrong button. Try it again.
Lamar Odom.
I knew I would play in the NBA.
From basketball champion to reality superstar.
Chloe knew you were using, right? Drugs was that was my girlfriend.
The near-death experience.
And you are positive you did not do any drugs the night you OD'd. As much as I'm positive I'm a black man sitting in front of you.
No topic off limits.
If Chloe called you tomorrow and said, I want to give this another shot, you want me to be honest with you?
TMZ presents Lamar Odom, Sex, Drugs, and Kardashians. Watch it now on Hulu.
And watch for the sequel, Lamar Odom, Kardashians, Cocaine Bear Part 2.
His movie is Cocaine Ball Player.
Cocaine Ball Player. Cocaine Chewbacca. I won't. That's not funny. That's terrible. Why would you say that? That's horrible. Talk about how big Khloe Kardashian is and she looks like Chewbacca. Why would you say that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about him.
No, Khloe Kardashian is like, was it Sesame Street or the electric company? One of these things is not like the other. Sorry. Although you've heard the rumors, everybody talked about it. You know that allegedly, what's my man was the her actual father. That's just rumor that I am having brain fog fart today. The football player went to jail for not killing the white girl and.
You got to be more specific.
The white pickup. What's his name? OJ. Jeez. OJ Simpson. Allegedly, OJ Simpson was her. I done messed up the joke having to go in circles like this. I apologize, people.
Oh, crap. That's funny. You said the football player who didn't go to jail for killing a white girl. I'm like,
which one?
That could be 100 motherfuckers.
Everybody from the Giants looked up like, hey, man.
Bruh.
What you doing, brother?
Why you bringing up old shit?
Oh, man. No, yeah. Anyways, he did. I'm surprised that Lamar didn't. Well, maybe he wouldn't. But I suspect they were using together.
I mean, it's possible. I think we've talked about this before where, you know, if you are clean, it's highly unlikely that you're just going to be dating a crackhead, right? It's
right.
Those lifestyles just don't line up.
Right.
But even if they were doing it together, he clearly has an issue.
They were doing something together. Who knows if she was doing this super, super hard stuff? Or, maybe that was the bridge too far.
And then it just doesn't affect everybody the same way, right? Like She might have been able to do, and this is all just speculation.
Yeah,
it's pure speculation. But she may have been able to, have a little fun and go back to regular life. Whereas he was like, the party don't stop, and just let's keep it going.
Yeah, he said drugs was his girlfriend. That's
wild, man. That's heavy. That's heavy.
The
thing out of that promo that jumped out to me was him saying he hadn't done any drugs the night he OD'd. How is that possible? You OD'd. Is he insinuating that he was drugged?
Okay, he was found in a brothel, correct?
I think so. I don't remember. It's been so long ago.
A while ago. He was found at a fun house.
And not the one attached to the McDonald's.
Right. I say, folks, I'm saying fun house to be YouTube language because there's other words I could use that may trigger YouTube to block and hold up our video. In any case, but you know what I mean when I say fun house. He was having some fun in a house with a bunch of women. And they said he was found unconscious there. So he had OD'd and so he was doing something. So maybe I think he was there for a few days. I think that's the case. He was there for a few days. So if he's splitting hairs and saying the day he OD'd, he didn't have any drugs the day before, are you saying at 11 o'clock? Like, what are you talking about here, man? Like, so I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
Yeah, I'm with you, right? Like, I will freely admit I am not intimately familiar with the details of his ODing and his funhouse activities, but it seems a bit far-fetched to me that, and I'm assuming that this is a place that he's frequented, that he had been there several times before and was okay, and this time they said, let's get him.
Okay, so he is claiming that he was back. He is claiming that he was drugged. So
I mean, okay,
yeah.
Did he file charges? It
doesn't sound like it. We haven't
taken
heard
any
it.
action other than just saying it wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Let's see. Dennis Hoff, or somebody working for Hoff, was responsible for his hospitalization. I don't know what he had against me, but I didn't do drugs that night, to be honest with you. So I don't know if he tried to poison me, or I don't know what he had against me. He tried to kill me. Unquote. Somebody. So the owner of the fun house he was in, it's called Love Ranch.
Is that the spot out in Vegas?
Yes.
After I said that, I realized how that makes me look.
Mr. Swift, is there something you want to tell us?
I plead the fifth.
Say you're familiar with the fun house without saying you're familiar with the fun house. Oh, that spot in Vegas? With the Christmas trees out front and the rose beds and got the green truck in the driveway. That place? No, I ain't never been there.
Tell Strawberry I said what's up.
I don't know nothing about it. Really? It has the green paint in the hallway and the pink paint down in the bathroom. And I don't know nothing about it.
Say you
and Pinky works on Thursdays, right? Yeah, I don't know shit.
Say you know about the Love Ranch without saying you know about the Love Ranch. Lamar Odom is my homie.
I have to tell you about the time I met Lamar Odom. He was at this house.
Oh my God.
And he pulls out this mirror to fix his hair.
That mirror is going to be a running joke.
Right.
I'm going to go find one of them mirrors.
I almost want to do, but see, that would imply something completely different. I almost want to do a mirror with our logo on it, but no. Got a mirror with the unpopping like in the middle of it that you can't see your face. You can't see your face, so what else is it for? So.
That would be a fantastic promo item. It is very specific.
Very specific. That's terrible. No, I don't want to see that's promote. No. Just by having it, people go, "Oh, I see what you're doing." Okay.
Where's the party at?
You find yourself in circles with Arnold Schwarzenegger and like, yo, wait a minute. How did I get here? I am not implying that Arnold Schwarzenegger is a narcotics user. I just say the muscles, he still got muscles at 80 years old. He's taking something. Anywho.
But yeah, no, I'll watch it. I'll check it out. I'm curious.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna learn anything else. I don't think we're gonna learn nothing we ain't already know about him though.
Nah, it probably won't be any new information.
He'll say some funny shit though. That's for sure. He'll say something funny.
They should have named it "Surviving the Kardashians."
Ooh, they do that. There's a whole bunch of brothers that'll line up for that one.
Hey, they could get a season 2, 3, 4, and 5 out of it. I'm just saying.
That's the whole new. Instead of keeping up,
surviving,
living after the Kardashians.
Speaking of surviving,
yeah,
I sent you a clip of video. Of an incident in Houston, Texas.
Right.
And I'm trying to pull it up now so I can run it for the good people.
Okay. Yeah, I'm confused as to what is happening. Well, not that confused. So you running it? It looks like it's a dude dressed in all black with a mask, holding a pistol, walking through each table in a restaurant, collecting items from people.
He is collecting. It's a taco spot in Houston. This young gentleman comes into the taco spot, masked up, brandishing a pistol. He points said pistol at everyone in the restaurant, demanding their valuables. He collects their valuables, and as he is headed out of said restaurant, one of the patrons pulls his firearm and booms him. That's where the video stops. Where the story continues, yes, he booms him several times. And the would-be robber is now deceased.
Was that person charged? The customer at the...
That is a fantastic question. The patrons of the restaurant left the scene. So did the customer who shot the would-be robber. They have released a photo of the patron, and police are asking that he come in for questioning. He is not yet being charged. They just want to talk to him a little bit. Have a conversation about what happened.
So, okay.
Picture of said gentleman.
I am not an attorney.
Wait a minute. It gets better. Hold on. It gets better.
Okay.
The would-be robber had a fake gun.
That doesn't make it better.
It was either a plastic weapon or a BB gun, according to police.
Okay, that doesn't make it. That doesn't make it any better. And ain't nobody got time to be trying to figure out if you got a toy gun or not. You know what I'm saying? If you walk in there with a prop weapon, nobody knows that, and that's why he used it, because nobody knows that. And so everybody else in there is complying because they're in fear for their life. You have a weapon. The fact that they're saying, and I see several comments on the YouTube is saying like you don't know that he was leaving. It appears he was heading back out towards the door, so he was leaving. But where it gets questionable is, did the dude have to shoot him as he was walking out? Was the danger still present?
Was there still imminent danger, imminent threat of life, imminent threat to your life? That's, in my opinion, that's very difficult to say. Because if you have a person that comes in a room brandishing a weapon, pointing it at you, and we don't have audio, so we don't know what he said, but I would assume that he would have said something to the effect of, give me your items. And then the second part of that, whether it was said or not, was implied, give me your items, right? If you don't, you're sitting at the business end of a pistol, right? So even if he said it, he didn't, it was implied, even if he didn't say it.
Yeah.
But I would assume that if you have a weapon and you are pointing a weapon, I don't know what you're there for, right? Yeah. You taking my wallet could be a byproduct of you just saying, I want to know what it's like to shoot somebody, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that you're going to get to that door, turn around and say, I'm not leaving any witnesses, right? Like,
right. Yeah, I mean, it's silly, and it's as horrible as it may sound, and you hate to see anybody lose their life like that, right? But at the same, I mean, and the patron is not a cop. He's not trained in de-escalation and all this and that. But if you carrying a firearm, you should know the laws and understand the rules of engagement. If somebody's walking away from you with the weapon, they are walking away from you. You're no longer, they're not pointing at you. You're not in danger, but there are still people in front of them. So the argument could be made, the people, because you can defend your life or the life of others that you may deem to be in danger.
And in most states, there is provision to protect property as well. But very specifically, so we don't have to guess about it. From KHOU 11, which I'm assuming is a Houston television station, KHOU.com. You can go look up this article and read it yourself. Quote, I can point you exactly where it is in the law, 9.31 and 9.32 on the penal code, said Nathan Beadle with the Harris County District Attorney's Office. Beadle says Texas law outlines specific instances pertaining to robbery by threat or aggravated robbery where deadly force is presumed justified. Quote, whether someone uses deadly force in the situation, that is presumed to be correct under Texas law, Beadle said.
So there you have it. Yeah. He's going to walk, the patron's going to walk away from that and hail the hero, but I think it's kind of, I kind of think it's kind of cowardly, but then again, you never know if you're in this situation, adrenaline rolling, somebody pulled a pistol on you. Is you pissed off that he just took my stuff and I'm gonna get my stuff back? You know what I mean?
And he shot the guy. He gathered up everything that the guy took and gave it back to the people in the restaurant.
Yeah.
So
then there's that. Yeah.
I could go either way on this. Yeah. I mean, I could speculate and say the guy was just gonna leave. I mean, it's likely because what we know now, the guy was just going to leave because he didn't have a real gun. So, his death was kind of senseless.
But that's after the fact.
It is after the fact. It is very much Monday morning quarterbacking. A mother and a father and brothers and sisters and cousins no longer have their family member. So I want to be sensitive to that. But at the same time, you're in Texas. The
original shoot 'em up state.
The only other place that I think is as heavily saturated with firearms in the U.S. is Georgia and Florida. No, I don't recommend doing this. And then for the guy, for the patron who pulled his firearm and shot, I think he got lucky. Because he could have missed, and then where would that bullet have gone? Who would have been hit? Then he really would have been facing charges, right? So I think he got very lucky. Again, Monday morning quarterbacking, I would say get your weapon on you and train it on him until he leaves the door. Because, I mean, what he got from the patrons, a couple $100. I'd let you have it. And I know a lot of gun people say, no, but I got a hard time taking somebody's life over $35 in a wallet. You know what I mean?
And that's why I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. Like I remember when I lived in Pennsylvania. My wife and I are both we got our CCWs, and I was going to the to the range, and I still go to the range from time to time. And I would go to the range, and I would have to go to the gun shop to pick up ammo. And I found a spot that I liked that I could buy a lot of ammo for, not so much. So I had training ammo, and then they had everyday use ammo, like real ammo. And it was suggested the hollow points. They're legal in Pennsylvania. And so I would ask questions about why hollow points, and the guys there that worked in the shop and that would be there or whatever will all say basically the same thing. It's to make sure the person you hit expires. I asked about like less what's the YouTube language, but less severe, less lethal rounds. And
there is no such thing.
No, there is. There is. You have to special. Yeah, there is. You can order. You can get them. You have to order it. And I asked about it in the shop because, like you said, I'm taking the thought of taking someone else's life. I'm not in a hurry to do something like that, right?
Right.
And so even if somebody breaks in and you have to boom them, to give them the opportunity to either get out, leave and to make sure that there's no hurt, harm, it comes to, my family or me or my family. But also if you put one in their leg, that it doesn't necessarily blow their leg. Or if you hit them, that it's less lethal. It still can, depending on the distance, but it may be less likely. But in any case, long story longer, I asked about the less lethal rounds, and the guy in the shop was like, well, what you want that for? That's a direct quote. I'm like, wow. Guess is, and their whole thing was, man, I wish somebody would walk up in my spot and think they're gonna get up out of there. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And they even like when I purchased a 12 gauge. They said to arrange your ammunition. Now, and my 12 gauge is kind of sweet. I hate to brag on it, but I got the clip on mine. Mine's is not just 2 shots. I got 10 or 20 to get at you if I need to.
You be counting like the movies. Be like, all right, he popped off 8. He empty. Shack. No, I'm not.
Right. They suggest to arrange your shots where there's a warning shot, and then there's the warning shot could be the buckshots, which sprays out and you don't have to really aim. But then so that's the warning shot. The next one though is the slugs. Which will put a hole as big as this damn microphone in you. And it was like, you arrange it like this. You get your warning shot and then you got your slug. So you pop one. If you got to pop one, bomb. That's, you ain't really got to aim it. It was, But then the next one is like, yo, the next one is coming at you. And I don't know if that's any type of law or whatever, but that's how they suggested. Again, these are cats that's in the shops that are, either former police or former something or whatever the case. I thought some of them were like a little bloodthirsty.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I wasn't going to use the word bloodthirsty. I was going to say pro shooting, right? Yeah. They are pro pop something off. But yeah, dude got lucky. Nobody else got hurt. I am sorry that family lost that person. But at the same time, I think his behavior was ill-advised, to put it as politely and mildly as I can.
Yeah. That's horrible. For someone to think that you have to go that far to do something to get a little bit of money, was the desperation. And this is being trying to get into somebody's mind of their, decisions. What made you think that was a good idea to do? You know what I mean? For anybody, that's anywhere. But why is that a good idea?
I'm sorry, at risk of going on a longer tangent than I've already been on today. So I've talked to a lot of people lately about success. Not that I'm the most successful person in the world. I'm not. But what I have learned in 49 years of doing it is that there are no shortcuts to success. There is no success without sacrifice. But the more I talk to people, the more I spend time around people, especially younger people, they really think that it is. They really think it's a way to cut the line or cheat the system or game the game and get it without working for it. And whatever that work looks like, right? Going to college, learning a trade, investing your time in a thing, whatever success you obtain, you're going to have to work for it. Why am I on this with this? To go into a store with a fake gun and pointing it at people to take their money is just, to me, a symptom of what I just said. Cutting the line, trying to obtain without work. He could have got a job and worked and made more money in a day than he would have made from doing this. I mean, it's ridiculous to me. And it upsets me, actually. It makes me very angry.
Yeah. It's sad and unfortunate, but it's also a decision that person made. And you live by your decisions. So.
Or not,
right? Yeah, man. Speaking of decisions, we won't stay a whole lot of time on this because we really don't give a goddamn. But listen, Republicans have successfully voted in, what's his name? See, that's how much I don't care about it. Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House. Only after 4 days and 15 votes. Congratulations.
We'll file this story under T-Storm being petty.
Right. I mean, it was a historic win. And by historic, I'm saying it actually was an historic win because it hasn't taken this much time to win in over 100 years. The last time it took more than one vote or 4 votes to, 3-4 votes, more than one, but 4 was 1923. No. Or was that 1823? I can't remember. I can't get either way. It's been a long time since it happened. It was the Civil War back when it took, so it's historic. In that it took this much time and this many votes, and the whole process was held up by 20 people in the Republican Party.
It's like
20 people was like, nah, man, we're not gonna do this with you, and it was ridiculous. The person, the person that was really like the head of it was Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz and what's the chick from Georgia? Marjorie Taylor Greene, is that her name?
Yeah, I think so.
She looks like a psycho, Let's just want to say that there was a.
Now I got to pull up a picture of her.
Yeah, when you look at her, let me pull up a picture up too. Marjorie Taylor Greene. There she is. Marjorie, whatever.
It is Marjorie.
Yes, she looks like she may have eaten her young. That's what she looks like to me. She kind of looks like.
Oh, that's hardcore.
She looks like
she ate her young.
She ate her young, like actively, like and Matt Gaetz looks like one of them animals that can unhinge his jaw to swallow its prey. He just kind of looks like that, and not in a flattering way at all. Like his prey is just a mouse. It's just a harmless little mouse. I would say white mouse, but I know he's racist, so it would be if it was a white mouse, he'd let it go. He unhinged his jaw to swallow a black squirrel whole. But in any case, in all this, Matt Gaetz actually nominated Trump as Speaker of the House. Yeah, he actually did that. So when they don't invite somebody, vote somebody in, they go around for nominations of who, and he nominated Trump one time.
All right, and what's the guy's name again?
Matt
McCarthy?
Gaetz.
Matt Gaetz.
Yeah. Matt Gaetz is the one that was derailing the whole system. It was at the forefront of it. But Kevin McCarthy was who was trying to win. And
this is the House of Representatives, right?
Yes. Speaking of the House, yes.
So, you know what would be funny? And I don't know the number of them off the top of my head, but the number of people who was holding out, like it's 20 people.
Yes.
We should get t-shirts made that say, "Who mans is this?" and send them to them. Because they were holding out. They didn't want to deal with him. Who mans is this?
I'm not going to agree with those 20 people. I don't really care about that party per se, because it's become a fringe, psycho, racist, group.
I don't think the whole party is that.
No,
I think there are
not the whole party, but to borrow some of the language from like MSNBC, it's the psychos running the asylum right now. Those 20 people held out, and these are the most radical of them, Trumpist people who still regard him as the best president they've ever had. They were the ones that were holding out. And so now he's kind of beholden to them. I think he agreed. He agreed that just one can vote him out at any point. Yeah, it's crazy.
Here's what I will say, because to be completely honest, I have not been as dialed into this political cycle as I have in the past. But I will say it's going to be very interesting in the next few years.
Oh man. Oh yeah. It's going
to be interesting.
It's a poo show.
I think it's a poo show across the board.
No, that's a false equivalent. I think the Republican Party they hold all the cards on the poo show as it stands right now. Because, whenever there's a government shutdown, it's because of them. Whenever they're, I'm saying, all these different things that happen, and it's not when they're holding the country hostage, it's them doing it. Well, and so for them to come into power in the House of Representatives and not be able to, you have the majority, right? And to not be able to vote in your leader in the first, second, third vote, it's like 15 because of 20 radical, way off folks in your party. Yeah, you got a problem because you can't control them.
Well, okay. So a few things, if the government is being held hostage, it is not because the Republican Party is saying, screw the American public, we want to make them suffer. That's not what's happening.
No, it's not the whole party. It's a few people in it.
Even the people in it, even those few radicals, whether we agree with their positions or not, there is a place where there is not a meeting of the minds, and they would rather fight the fight than just give in. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying they didn't wake up on Tuesday and say, let's screw everything up.
Well, no, I think not this Tuesday, but 2 years ago Tuesday. It's all this happened on the eve of January 6th. So, I mean, and these are the same people that was like, oh, what happened on January 6th was just, it was just visitors. It was nothing.
It was a raucous tour group.
It was just a tour group. It was tame. It was nothing. Nothing actually happened. Those folks. Meanwhile, during that time, they were running for their lives, and then they come back and go, "No, it wasn't nothing. No, nothing really happened." Meanwhile, people died. So yeah, no, I can't go with it. Can't go with it. Not to be trusted. So when people go, "Oh, it was messed up on both sides," no, it is not the same people. It is not. That is a false equivalency, and even the phrase "the lesser of two evils" doesn't feel like it applies. I get that there's bureaucracy and all types of weird stuff that happens on the Democratic side. And by the way, I don't necessarily consider myself a Democrat or Republican. It's whatever, because I'm a gun owner, so that would probably make me more Republican, right? Nope. But you know what I'm saying? So it's not the same on both sides.
It doesn't necessarily make you more Republican, but it does. And I'm just going to make the assumption that you're pro Second Amendment because you are a gun owner, but
right.
It does make that particular value set not align with the Democratic position.
Right. Yeah. Any case, all that to say, to put it all in the bag. Yeah, the next couple of years are going to be very interesting. Kevin McCarthy, good luck. I think they're going to have him doing silly stuff. He's going to be like jumping through hoops, like literally, to try to make things happen there, man, because of those 20 people that held him hostage. That's going to be interesting for those who pay attention to that sort of stuff.
I can't for the life of me figure out why anybody would want that job.
Power. It's all about power.
But do you really have it?
Well, in the case of Kevin McCarthy, absolutely not. Not a bit. Not one bit. And there's going to be some change. I foresee there'll be some changes made because for something like this to happen and like it could have gone on for weeks, really. What's the precedent to go, all right, well, you can't vote your guy in. We could put somebody in and kind of take over. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some changes will happen. And maybe that would have happened with some of the other Republicans that would be like, we don't want to give in to this guy. Democrats, we'll put your guy in. We'll vote for your guy if we can do that, and then just completely screw over the 20 people that were not trying to let McCarthy in. But in any case.
I have another question because I'm just curious now. Like this happens to me. And this is, so those words are usually when I get in trouble in the bar.
Oh boy.
Everything after those words is usually when I get in trouble.
Okay.
People will stop talking to me for a few days. Like my curiosity is my Achilles heel. Mm-hmm. So do you think that the Democratic Party could ever become radicalized in the way that we're saying the Republican Party is radicalized and do something similar? Absolutely.
I mean, it's happened. Listen, it was the Republican. So we all know this. They always brag on Lincoln is the party of, the Republicans is the party of Lincoln. Lincoln is who actually freed the slaves, and they were more liberal back then, and they switched sides. So
and there's interesting history about it, and it's been quite some time since I've read about it. So I won't try to explain it, but I invite everybody to kind of go and look at historically what happened to initiate that kind of shift And what is alleged that I have seen, it's more insidious on the Democratic Party's part than it is on the Republican Party's part.
More insidious in terms of, because the Democratic Party was the party that was fighting for slavery.
Correct. So it was like, well, that didn't work. Let's do this now to still get our agenda pushed through, but in a more clandestine way. That's what they call in television a tease, ladies and gentlemen. So I invite you to go, read some stuff and figure that part out on your own. But it definitely makes you think about things, maybe differently, maybe not think differently, but it makes you think about things for sure.
Right. Last but not least, I would like to say happy birthday to hip hop as we celebrate this year. 2023 is the 50th year from the beginning of hip hop. That's being celebrated all over a lot of different platforms. You'll see a lot of different things come out with some of the founders from hip hop. You can look to the left of me, that corner right there. It's a picture of one of my our hip hop elders and a person I consider a friend and mentor, Mr. DJ Grandmaster Flash, doing a lot of different things to celebrate the birth of hip hop. That's one thing. But then there's those of us that are also celebrating a milestone as well. That the class of 1973, that both I and Mike are in, we are also celebrating our 50th this year. And I like to call it, I think I'm deeming it Fire 50. So if you were born in 73, not 72, you don't count. You're still part of the 550, but you got there before us. 73 folks, stand up. Happy birthday to you. And we're going to be doing, I'm planning on doing a few events celebrating this milestone. It's a big deal. For me, it's a big deal, especially coming up from where I came up from. There's a lot of guys, there's names I can spout off, both family and friends that didn't make it.
Yeah.
And, for various circumstances, it's a blessing to be here. It's a half a century. That's hey, listen. And for the young folks, it's like, oh my God, you want to get here, bro. You want to get here.
Two things. One, shout out to what you said about people who didn't make it. I remember being young, high school age, and hearing the constant narrative that the life expectancy of Black men was 25.
Wow.
25. Wow. I remember hearing constantly that as a Black man in the United States, you were either going to be dead or in jail by your early 20s. So to make it and make it well, man, feels good. Yeah. And then the other thing is, life didn't really get good until 40.
Yeah, man. I think the training wheels come off somewhere mid-30s, and you really good at it by 40. Like, yeah, he's like, okay, I got this. By the time 50 is a little, I haven't gotten there yet. I got a month. But, I feel like the training wheels for GAF have come off.
Speaking of birthday.
I don't GAF now.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Your birthday gift is in the works. It might be late. It might be a little bit late.
Oh, brother, we got all year.
But I got your birthday gift coming. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Okay, bet.
It's not only a gift for you, it's a gift for the viewers as well. So
okay, bet. Okay, I'm with that. Thank you, brother. See, like this is, and so now I got to figure out, because we're talking about doing some parties, folks. Both in here in New York City, tri-state area, and as well in Atlanta. So we'll keep you posted as we put it together. But Fire 50 is the theme. So while we're celebrating hip hop, we are also celebrating us, because both Mike and I get there a few months before Mike, but we're the same age. And there are other people. I have a whole class. Shout out to my IS 308 class, where we're thinking about doing a 50th celebration, a joint 50th celebration maybe in the summertime, because the snow doesn't appeal. It's not appeal to get a bunch of people out, but yeah, it's a fun time. I'm excited, and I'm excited. So feels good. Fantastic. And because I hadn't told people how old I was. Okay, just guess. It's funny, and I'll say this before we go. It's funny because we have neighbors that are constantly trying to guess. And me and my wife will, we'll be hanging and we hear them say something about, oh yeah, so-and-so graduated at such and such, and she and I will look at each other like, really? They're way younger than us? They don't look way younger than us. Like, wow.
Bro, most of the time, I'm the oldest cat in the room.
Man, there's something to be said about folks that got them city miles.
Who did we say that about on the show? There's somebody like, she got them city miles.
Got them city miles, boy. Woo! Rough.
Oh my God.
But yeah, a big shout out to everybody that's turning that Fire 50 this year, and we'll keep you posted as things arise.
And don't be surprised if my beard magically starts to get darker.
Shout out to Ed Lover, who did the reverse. He had been dyeing his beard.
Oh wow, okay.
And when, because he would always have the jet black beard, boom, 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 boom. And then one day he popped up on Instagram. You can look him up on his. What up, Ed? He looked up and was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing that because I didn't know I looked this good. And he was like, because it was gray. It was like kind of salt and pepper or whatever. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go ahead and go. He said, wait till it fills all the way in, look like Santa Claus up in here. Like, nah, it's a good looking. So now it is grown all the way in, straight white. And he's rocking with it. So that's what's up.
Ed,
You'd be surprised how many people.
He grayed up now. Yeah. He real grayed up right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. You'd be surprised how many people, especially during the pandemic, stopped dyeing their stuff. I was shout out DL Hughley. DL is also one of them cats that he always had the jet black joint, and then over the pandemic it just turned white. I was like, oh, I didn't know.
And love it. Is he in the ATL still?
Yes.
I need to get at him. He looking real suave right here, man. He's got his dinner jacket and his hat popping. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, it's something about, you know what I'm saying, when you get to the point, you look good, you feel good, and you take pride in what you've come through and how you looking, and you have the different perspective on, and it's a whole new youth, because today's 50 is not the 50 of the Golden Girls.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. I think, in fact, if they redid the Golden Girls as black women, they would look like the Set It Off cast. The cast to Set It Off. They would look like the cast to Set It Off. Actually, Girls Trip. That would be what the new Golden Girls would look like.
I was going to say something real stupid. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. With that being said, thanks, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for rocking with us. Again, Happy New Year. Y'all be safe as you move around, and we will see you on the flip side.
Peace.